Let's get straight to it. Today we're working on a 2012 Honda Accord, and today we'll be changing the front passenger side headlight. Unfortunately, on this vehicle the bumper does have to be removed, so we're going to go through that process first. In order for us to remove this bumper, we're going to have to loosen up all the snaps on top first. Normally there should be something that's holding in here that looks like this. So just go ahead and remove what's normally in here, and same thing on the other side. I'm not sure who did this car last, but they forgot to put some pieces back in, so go ahead and get those pieces out. There's some snaps that we have to remove on the bottom to get the bumper loose. Normally I wouldn't have to raise this up to get to these, but I raised it so I can get my camera underneath here better so you can see it. But just in case you want to raise it, I'm going to show you the safe way to do that. All right, I have it raised on both sides. I have my jack and my jack stand along this bead that's meant for it to be lifted with. And because it's front wheel drive, these back wheels do free spin, so you want to put something behind it, a wheel chock or something to block it so it doesn't roll backwards on you. All right, now we're back underneath. I'll show you how many you have to remove. You have one right here, one here, one here, another one here, 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 and over here in the corner. There's a lot of empty holes here, so there may be some more you have to remove. Like I said, whoever did this last probably didn't put a lot of stuff back on, but you get the gist of it. Remove all of these little snaps. They have a tool that you can use to get them off. If you can use something like this to get in between them and pull them out. They're not easy, but they do come. So get that and you pull all of them out, and then we'll go from there. All right, we got all of those on the bottom out, so believe it or not, that's most of the work right there. All right, now we're on the passenger side. We're going to have access to all in here, so I turned my wheel all the way to the right to give me room. And now I need to remove this right here, just like the ones that we had on the bottom. We can get our tool and go ahead and remove that. Once that is out, we can go ahead and remove peel this plastic piece back a little bit. And there's usually a little tab, another little tab that's in here, but like I said, whoever put it back together didn't put everything back on, so just look out for a tab. And you can see right here is another screw. Go ahead and let's get this screw out. It's right in there. We can go ahead and get that Phillips head screw out. See, you can see where that screw was here. It goes from underneath and goes through the top and screws in up here. So now that we have that loose and all of this loose, we can go to the other side and do the exact same thing. You're going to turn the wheel all the way to the left this time for the other side, and you're going to get that out the same exact way. All right, once you have these sides out and you pull, you see that it's slowly going to come out. There's just tabs holding them in now. There's no more screws. So just pull, and then we go to the opposite side and we do the same thing. Just pull straight out, just gently. You can see these little tabs in here holding them on. Just pull them out, just like that. And now you have that free. Now, there's a couple of little tabs here that's kind of holding it on. Once you get those off, that should free your bumper up mostly now. So I have that side off, and just like that. So you can see all the bottom holes that we took those snaps out of, and this is the top parts where we took the snaps out of. These are the pieces that you just pull out, and when we're going to put it back in, we'll just pop those back in. Same thing here, just pop those in, and on this side same thing. And then this is the hole that you took the screw out of, that Phillips head screw. That's the one of the main things that's holding this on. Everything else is just plastic snaps and 2 Phillips head screws. Once your bumper off, your car would look like this. So this is with your bumper off. Now we can actually start to replace the headlight. So there's 2 10mm bolts that's holding this piece of frame on here, this little frame for the headlights. So let's remove that. 2 10mm bolts. Once you get the ones on that frame loose, there's another one right up top up here. Let's remove that. Now I'm able to pull the old headlight unit straight forward and out. And all right, and now I can see my wire harnesses, and I can go ahead and unplug those harnesses now, and I should be able to remove the whole unit after removing the harnesses. Once you get them all off, they're all connected right here. You can go underneath here and you squeeze these tabs in with some pliers or your fingers, and they should be able to just come right out. And now the whole assembly is off. All right, when we flip them upside down, you'll notice that we need to remove, on the old light, these 2 10mm bolts, because we need to take this frame off of here and put it on the new one. So we're going to remove this and put it on this new one. Once you take it off the old one and put it on the new one, it should look something like this. All right, so we're ready to put our new headlight back on, but first we're going to connect everything here. So we're going to remember to go ahead and connect all your harnesses back on. Don't forget any. There was 4 that I counted. That's 2. We're going to get this one and this one. All right, now we're gonna put this clip, remember that, right back in there. Now that everything's connected, we're gonna try to work our light back up in where it goes, just like how the last one was. All right, so I was able to get it nice and snug all the way back up to where it lined up with this hole here, and I was able to get that screw in. Then I lined up this hole here, and I got that screw in, and then this hole. I didn't tighten everything all the way down until I got all 3 bolts in. Then I tightened all 3 bolts down. If you need to replace your driver's side, this is the time to do it as well. You'll take this bolt here, this bolt here, and then this bolt here, just like the last one. And then you'll pull the light out. Then you'll change, where you'll undo all your connections, change your headlight, and then do it in reverse, just like the last side. You can see a clear difference from the new one and the old one, but they're only changing one. So it's time to put the bumper back on. So basically, this bumper is completely loose. I just have it sitting up there. If you breathe on it, it'll probably fall off. So what we're going to start is these there's a couple of tabs that pretty much guide you and let you know that you're starting in the right place. So you want to hook this tab here, and then there's a center one here, but first you got to get the outer one. And once you hook those tabs, now we can start pushing in these sides. If you remember, these sides, you have to bring them up and push them in, just like that. Just bring them, slide them up and push them in, just like that. So you start from over here. And this car was in an accident, so this side here isn't going to be as perfect. But you're gonna line it up and push it in basically the same way you did the other side. Okay, so let's put our Phillips screw back on the side. Remember the side that came out here? So we have to pull this plastic back again. And let's go ahead and put our screw back in. Once you get your screw in there, we can go ahead and tuck this plastic piece back behind the bumper. And don't forget about the snap that came out of here. We can go ahead and get that back in and pressed in just like that. And let's go do the same exact thing to the next side. All right, now that we're done with the sides, we're back down underneath. All of these little snaps that we took out, we're going to go ahead and pull them back in to where they came out of. Let's get all of these back in. All right, we have them all in. So now the bottom is done and we can go back up top. All right, so we're almost done. As you can see, we have our main screw here. We have the bottom all snapped in. We have this one here on this side in. We have the sides pushed in. We have these little retaining ones already on. So all we have to do now is put a snap here and one here. These weren't on the car when they got to me, but I'm going to go ahead and go into my stash and give them some from my own stash, so they'll have one. But once you put these two pieces in, if you've already done everything else that I've done, that pretty much wraps up the bumper. And that is how you change your headlights on a 2012 Honda Accord. If you liked the video, you thought it was helpful, be sure to hit the like, subscribe button. Also, if you feel this video saved you some money, don't be afraid to leave a little tip in the Cash App. The more reactions and support that I receive is the more content that I'll make.